That's a person should not fall into the trap, as we mentioned, that some Muslims who begin to disguise that music is something permissible, is something spiritually. Even those ulama that they begin to disguise or hide behind, whether it be ala Ra'sim, Abu Hamid al-Ghazali or Ibn Hazm al-Zahiri that we find, even study their works or their explanation in great detail. They're not referring to what exists today amongst us. Even though they went away from the path, they were misguided in this view. There is no, as ulama mentioned, fuqaha mentioned, there is no ikhtilaf fi musiqa wa raqs. There's no difference of opinion. Don't let people create that image. Difference of opinion remains and is allowed in things whereby there's scope of ijtihad. There's no ijtihad in something which is haram in this manner, described in the Quran or upon the blessed tongue of the Prophet ﷺ, whereby mentioned, لا يكونن من أمتي أقوام يستحلون الحرى والحرير والخمر والمعازف. Hadeeth في al-Bukhaari. They'll come for my ummah, يستحلون. يستحلون بمعنى يطلبون أن يحللوا الشيء. They want to try to make something halal. The hadith is a refutation in itself to those people who try to legalize music. يستحلون. The word mentioned they try to legalize it. بمعنى أن أصله أنه الحرام والمعازف. They try to legalize musical instruments. From my ummah, from this Muslim ummah, this blessed ummah, there will be people who try to legalize it. Look at the corruption of the hearts of some individuals. They say if music is linked with these things, it becomes haram. That's not what the hadith is saying. The hadith is an evidence that most times music is linked with adultery, with fornication, with alcohol. That's what happens most times. It leads on to other things. As ulama, Imam al-Fudayl ibn Iyad mentions, al-ghina qabla al-zina. Music and singing comes before zina. It leads on the climax, it leads on till eventually a person falls into that. Is what Imam al-Fudayl ibn Iyad mentioned about music and zina, the link between it. These are all haram things that a person stays away from it. في قلوب مرض فزادهم الله مرضا. In their hearts there's a sickness. They try to justify it.